Hi everyone, welcome to the Dowsing Oracle Guide. I've been using dowsing professionally in my work for at least 8 years. I'm a timeline healer, so I'm looking at people's current life, their ancestral line, and also their past life timelines. But I also use dowsing in my work to use as space clearing. Meaning I go into people's homes, their offices, or even their play spaces to go and help clear blocks of energy. Perhaps it's geopathic stress, electromagnetic stress, or even psychic stress that may be stuck in a building or a home. And I'll go in and I'll use the method of pendulum dowsing or use a pair of these divining rods to help me understand the types of energy that are going on in those buildings or even in the land. And then I'll also be able to find the answers to those questions. And then I have tools and methods to help realign a space using perhaps crystals if I need to, or using EMF helpers. We have a big machine called a Raditech that we use, or there may be some other things that we do just to help realign someone's space so they're living more harmoniously, and that will overall help their general health and well-being and overall sense of feeling lighter and brighter, hopefully happier, and living well and working well and proficiently in the space that they're using. Dowsing has a rich, colourful history. We can trace it back to at least Emperor Zhu, who was around in 2200 BC, and he was an explorer and he employed dowsers to help him navigate where he was going. So he used dowsing for that specific purpose. Queen Cleopatra was also known to employ dowsers on her travels when she was looking for gold. Through the years and the centuries, dowsing has certainly moved through its own journey, and through the medieval era, and especially in Europe, it was banned through the Spanish Inquisition, and the church certainly looked down their noses at dowsing, even though the church used dowsers to find the PowerPoint of two crossing ley lines of when they were building churches to where they placed the altar. The altar is placed on a PowerPoint of two crossing ley lines, and they absolutely used dowsing to help them find that spot. Queen Elizabeth I introduced or reintroduced dowsing into the UK because her German cousins were using dowsing very successfully to mine for precious minerals, and she certainly didn't want to get left behind, so she reintroduced it into the United Kingdom especially, but it did spread out through Europe and became a popular tool and a popular method that many people used. Through the modern era, we still use dowsing, and many farmers use dowsing and would use perhaps divining rods to look for water courses on their land for their irrigation, and dowsing has absolutely been used to search for oil fields and find that definitive spot of where to mine. General Patton, during the Second World War, was known to employ dowsers, and also during the Vietnam War, they employed dowsers to look for ammunition dumps and also for mines. So it's had a long, rich history and been used very successfully and effectively. And also the scientific community have used dowsing, and many other armies. So it's really travelled a pathway. In today's modern era, we still use dowsing, and dowsers will still go into fields with a pair of these just to find energy spots within the land, find out what the directional flow of a ley line is through earth still looking for watercourses or underground streams or water systems as well, we can use dowsing, and especially with rods outside, out in the field with a pair of these. That's very effective. But you could also use a pendulum to search for watercourses or ley lines on a land as well. We are beings of light in this, embodied in a physical body, and we are tuning, as we dowse, we are tuning into our physicality, but we're tuning in to our higher selves. It's prompting our intuitive minds as well, and we're tuning into the outer surrounding energies, and of course we can tune into earth-based energy. But dowsing can give us answers to our personal questions, and that's a great modern way of using dowsing, because we can simply ask questions about ourselves. We can ask questions about others too, and our loved ones, but remember that you need to ask permission to dowse for someone else, especially if you're asking for others. That's just ethical protocol, and it's the right thing to do. And then you know with certainty that you're doing the right thing, especially for that other person as well. But we can also ask for permission for ourselves as well, because it may not be the right time for you to be dowsing. It just may be the wrong day, the wrong time, or you're not feeling great. So it may just come up as a no, this is not right now. And then you can come back to it. So you can always come back to dowsing. But if you've asked a question, don't keep repeating the same question, wishing for a different answer. You need to learn to trust your dowsing and then take that answer that you're given. And really, pendulum dowsing and dowsing with rods is about practice. And the more you practice, the more proficient your dowsing is going to be, and you will feel confident that you're tuning in the correct way, your pendulum is giving you clarity, and then ultimately you're going to trust the answers that are showing up by the physical manifestation of how your pendulum is swinging, whether it's giving you a clear yes or no answer. And that's what we're ultimately looking for when we're dowsing, a clear yes or no answer. So get dowsing, get practicing. It's much, much fun. And I'll come back and talk to you all soon. Thank you for watching and listening. Please like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.